6th day of Christmas, my baby gave to me a crop jacket with dirty denim jeans. On the 5th day of Christmas, my baby gave to me the one that he wrote for me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial. I'm going to go in depth on all of the new products that I've been using when I really want to go for my glam makeup look. I feel like I don't have a real tutorial on my channel from start to finish on how I do everything, my techniques, and my products. So that's what this video is going to be. If you guys enjoy videos like this and you want more, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. And let me know in the comments down below. You can use this tutorial for anything, Christmas, you know what I'm saying, parties, New Year's, or if you just need some new techniques or new products or whatever for when you really want that beat face, honey. Yes. So that's what this is. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the tutorial. So I'm going to start off this look with the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. I don't know, I just want to use different palettes that I don't use in all of my videos. I'm going to mix these two neutral shades right here as my transition color right here. I'm also going to use some colors from my Modern Renaissance palette. You guys, look how dirty this thing is. Yeesh, you could tell I've been using it, but it really is one of my favorites. So I'm first going to go in with Real Gar. This color over, y'all, wow, I didn't realize. This is kind of embarrassing. But yeah, I'm going to go in with this color. And I'm actually going to zoom you guys in so you can really get a feel of this eyeshadow look that I'm about to do. But yeah, ignore all of my breakouts on my face, you know what I'm saying? Just be really, really sisterly and just ignore it. So yeah, I'm going to put it right here. Just like this. Right above where we put that transition color. Just slap it on, really. There's no wrong way. Then I'm gonna go in and make the look a little bit more maroony. So I'm gonna take Venetian Red and Red Ochre, these two shades right here, and I just like to mix them together. Leave a little bit of the Real Gar. I'm gonna focus the Venetian Red and the Red Ochre closer to my crease. I'm gonna go back in with that brush and blend out this Real Gar once again. I'm also going to take some of this burnt orange shade. As you guys can see, it's one of my favorites. It's like an eraser for my skin tone, and I'm going to put it right here to kind of dim down the maroon, so that way the color isn't coming all the way from our lash line to our eyebrow. You know, get a little bit of space like so. And at this point, I'm just going to go back and forth with the different colors until I feel as though it's blended perfectly. Next, I'm going to take this really deep dark shade. It looks black in the pan, but it's not. This one looks like the perfect shade, but it's actually not dark enough. This is the dark enough shade. I don't know how to explain it. I swear this is not black. It's like a really dark brown. And I'm going to put that right in the lower V area just to add some depth to the look. Depth. I do that all the time. But you guys can see it right there. You want to make an outer V shape. And that's going to add dimension to your eye while still keeping it open. Then after you do that, you want to make sure that you go back with your other shades to blend it out, to make sure that the colors continue to do what we want it to do. So you want it to be the darkest brown in the outer third, then a little bit of red, go up into a little bit of orange. This one needs more orange. And then fade out into the brow bone. When creating my outer V, I don't take it anywhere further than my pupil. So right here, that's as far as I will take my outer V. And then just continue to blend. That's the name of the game for eyeshadow. I'm gonna take this top shade here. I really like it because it is it has an iridescence to pink, and I put it just at the arch of my brow. Look, a little hair. I put it just at the arch of my brow, and then you guys can see that it kind of has a little bit of reflex of pink. Now this works best when your eyebrows are done, okay? Don't do this if you got some hairy mammoths. And if you put a little bit too much on, then you can just buff it out again. This brush and this shade is like my eraser. That's what I use it as. There we go. So that is like the base of the eye. If I want to get fancy when I'm doing my lid color, I will use one of these ColourPop, what are these called? Super Shock Cheek things. You guys have seen me use these on my channel before. And yeah, I feel like it just really helps to make whatever eyeshadow you want pop. So I'm going to use this one in the color K-Pop Glow Up. And I'm just going to put it in the center of my lid, basically where there is no shadow. And then I'm also going to focus on my inner corner to make sure that that color pops when I add something over top of it. This is usually a really good time to cut your crease if that's what you're into. It's not really what I mean, I don't really care. I do it sometimes, but not all the time. So I'm not going to do it today, but if you know how to do it, I definitely suggest it. The ColourPop shadow was just a base. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add two other colors to the lid. I love these two right here. I really can't choose between, actually all three. This whole row is just popping, you know what I'm saying? So I just choose anything to have fun with it. I'm going to choose this gold one just because that's right up my alley. I'm going to put that on the lid. Then I'm going to add some of that more pinky one right next to it. Then I'm going to add the burnt orange one on the other side. It just gives the look just a nice gradient effect, even if it's just minute, you know what I'm saying? At this point, I will go back with that dark shade and make sure my outer corner is still popping like that. So this is what we have going for the eyeshadow so far. I definitely need to blend. Now, if you're really getting fancy, something that I like to do for my extraordinary days is take this pigment. This is by Bella Cosmetics. I don't even know where I got it from, but it's really, really cute. As you guys can see, it's just this nice, okay, let me not drop it. But it's a really pretty gold pigment, and it's super easy. It has sparkles in it, so it'll leave your eye kind of like sparkly and glittery, better than just what an eyeshadow would do, but it's not actual glitter, so it's not too much, you know. So yeah, I think that if you ever taking pictures or something, I would definitely recommend it. So you see the difference? It just adds that extra sparkle, and I'm definitely covering up my work that I just did, but I don't care because it'll all come together. It'll look good at the end. So I'm gonna add this on top because this is usually what I will do if I'm trying to be extra special. I will also add glitter if I'm trying to be extra special. Do y'all want some glitter in this tutorial? I'll add a little bit just for y'all, but I'm not going anywhere, so it's really not necessary for me. But for y'all, I'll add it. I'll show you guys how I do my glitter as well. So an easy way for me to do glitter is that I really like this Coastal Scents glitter. It is in the shade Gold Medallion. And then what I do is I like to take this liquid liner, glitter liquid liner from Urban Decay. It's basically empty, but it still has some of that like tackiness on it. And what I will do is I'll take the wand, I'll dip it inside the glitter. I'm telling you guys, this is what I do. And then I will stick it onto my lid. And it just gives me the most iridescent but easy application. There's obviously a million different ways that you can do it, but this is how I do it when I just want a nice light dust of glitter on my eye.
It's just my interpretation of the situation.
Today simply because it's just not necessary for me to go all out, but this is the point where I will line my lid. So of course I like to use liquid eyeliner. This one is by L'Oreal, and I will also use my tape. I don't think I mentioned to you guys, but I started off with tape and my eyebrows done. But yeah, I use this tape obviously as a guideline, that way it's really easy to apply. And then once I'm done, I notice this being a problem a lot. As you guys can see, there'll be glitter up at the top here. I just make sure I keep going through with that and then dusting it off, because it's not stuck to my lid. It's just, you know, a little extra sparkle. Okay, and the last step for the eyes until we get to the lower lash line is to highlight the inner corner. I'm going to use the Desi and Katie Dose of Colors collection highlighter in Fuego. I don't know, it's just something really easy to use on this inner corner here. Okay, moving on to the face. This is where I'm most excited to show you guys all the new different things that I've been doing in my routine when I'm really trying to get glam, because I don't know, before I was just like, oh, foundation, blah, 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 blah. But now I really have a routine for when I'm trying to be like beat. This is it, okay? So I start off with actually priming my skin. You guys know I never used a primer before. This is by LA Girl. It's the Pro Prep HD Smoothing Face Primer. It doesn't do anything amazing, but I still like to use it. The next step, which is imperative if you really want that like flawless airbrushed beat face look, I'm gonna take my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This is in the shade 25 Medium. Shake it up a little bit, and then I don't know if you guys have really seen me use this powder. I need a little bit more, but you don't need that much. I'll take a dry beauty blender and I will roll it in the powder. All right, y'all, this is where it starts to get crazy, okay? I know that you guys have seen this technique before. And I just put it all over my face. So it'll start to look a little bit ashy. But this really just adds a great base and layer for the foundation. You don't need as much when you put some on. It will absorb a lot of the oil that your skin, or that your skin, I look crazy, that your skin creates throughout the day. And yeah, it really just makes your skin look so smooth afterwards. Okay, I definitely put on too much, but it's okay. It's literally okay. Don't worry, this does not leave flashback. Like, it doesn't. I look crazy. It doesn't leave a flashback, and it doesn't, if you have really dry skin, I have dry skin, it doesn't dry my skin out either. So just try it one time. Try it one time before you judge, okay? And you're gonna see it's a bomb method. I promise you, it's bomb. For my foundation, I have switched over to MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This does have SPF 15, so if you have a little bit of flashback, it may be because of this. Of course, it says to shake well before you use. If you don't know, these come with like a top like this, but I switched mine over to a pump. I'm in the shade NC50, and this is definitely my winter shade because it's kind of light, but I still make it work. I've also been using a brush lately to apply, so I just do like a couple of pumps per side of my face. That was like one pump, and it'll take care of this whole side of my face. So I could have color corrected for you guys. I actually forgot. Because my face, as you guys can see, it's been doing really bad with dark spots lately, and I don't know why. But I'm about to switch up. Sorry, the smell. I'm gonna switch up my routine, but as far as my skincare goes, after the primer but before the powder, I would have color corrected. So if you guys want a tutorial on how I like highlight and contour, maybe something like that, I can put my color correcting in there. So maybe like a highlight, contour, and color correct video. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Now when I do my eyebrows, as you guys can see, I have a really small forehead, especially when I have a frontal in and these baby hairs are laid. So I don't have very much room. So I just leave whatever left over, because after I do my eyebrows, I use my foundation for my eyebrows too. So there's really no product that goes on my eyebrows, which is kind of random, but yeah. That I use my Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I use the color 0910, which is not my color, and I use that to highlight my skin. So again, I'll do it today, but it's not something that I always do, especially with this foundation, because I don't need it. But it definitely adds some good dimension if I use like a too dark foundation, or if I just really want to be poppin', it just adds great dimension to my skin. So I just added like a half of a pump, and I add that underneath my eyes. Y'all see where, you know, the normal highlighting places. And I always make sure to keep my foundation brush out to stipple away any harsh lines as I go. Next, I will conceal. So technically that was highlighting and now I'm concealing. It's like the same thing. That's why I will really skip that step, but it just depends like how, you know, glam I'm trying to go. If I'm really trying to go glam, I may just do the step just because. My Tarte Shape Tape, this hasn't changed. I sometimes do go in with my MAC, what is this called? Pro Longwear Concealer, but as you guys can see, it's basically all gone. It has, I feel like, the same amount of coverage as the Shape Tape, but the color is just a little bit different. This one is really light, but I really like my under eyes to be bright. So I actually don't add that much because this stuff is full coverage. Oh, I am also using a Real Technique sponge, by the way. So I don't love these, but this is basically what I use because they are soft once you wet them. So now we're gonna get into contouring, which is, no, highlighting is my favorite, but of course if you highlight you have to contour, because right now I look like a pancake. So I am still using my Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour kit. I just love it. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and take it on one of these brushes and carve out my cheekbones. And I just make sure I don't go any further than my eye. It's like right there is where I'll stop. Again, if you had a forehead, you know, you could do that if you had a forehead, but I don't. Another product that I've been loving to use, which is new, is this Black Opal. This is their Skin Perfecting Stick Foundation. This is in the shade Black Walnut, but so I use it for my contour, and I bought it specifically for my contour shade, but I really like the texture of it. So I think I'm gonna try and get one as a foundation routine, and then maybe a concealer that uses the contour. That'd be really nice. So I'll think about it. I got this off of Amazon, and I use this shade to contour my nose. First, starting off with my cheeks, I like to use this brush by e.l.f. This is their e.l.f. contouring brush. As you guys can see, yes, it just really carves out the cheeks. Something that I like to do is make my cheeks look how, like, as sculpted as they possibly can. So for me, it's like going like this, and then I follow that line. I don't know if that's weird, but it's a trick. It's what I do. Then I'll go in with a thicker, more angled brush and continue to blend this out. So the way that I like to do my foundation routine is I do obviously my base, then I do all cream or liquid, then I do all powder. So as you guys see, I did my highlighter first, all cream, blended it out. Then I did my contour first, all cream, blended out. Now I'm gonna go into my powders. Of course, for my under eye, I'm still stuck. I still love the Midnight Banana Luxury Powder. As you guys see, I got the really big tube. I mean, it's just ridiculous, but I love it. And then I'm gonna go in and contour my face. So I will bronze and contour with powder while I'm baking underneath my eyes. So first, let me bake. So I'm gonna bronze my skin before I contour, that way I can add some more color and life into my face. I finally got the CoverGirl Queen Collection, what is this called, Ebony Bronzer. Yes, so I use this in a really big fluffy contour brush, and I just follow my contour lines. And this really adds color to my skin, as you guys can see. And I don't need too much of that until I go in with my contour. I'm gonna use an oldie but a goodie. This is Blunt by MAC. And then I take a smaller contour brush, and I'm using a lot of brushes in this video, you guys. This is really all that I do to contour, and it just does it. So as you guys can see, it's like right there. And it's like it automatically has it blended. Do you see what just happened? And I haven't even blended yet. And it's because I'm using a really dark shade on the most hollow parts of my cheek, and then it's like, this is the bronzer, and then it's gonna get into my highlight. It just chisels the cheek so well. You don't even have to put that much. It's really just like placement. And I'm really just setting where the cream was. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. I don't find it necessary. If I really contour it well enough with the cream, I don't need to set it with the powder, but sometimes I do. And then, you know, this is the double-ended sided brush by Urban Decay. So then I take this other smaller ended side, get a little bit of the Midnight Banana powder, and I bake right down the middle. Now, while all of this is setting, I will put on my mascara. If you do lashes, this is a good time for lashes. I'm not gonna be doing lashes today because I'm not a lash girl, but if so, this would be the time. And of course, I'm using my Voluminous. This is actually waterproof. I never knew that. This is Voluminous Miss Magna mascara. Not my favorite, but I love the Voluminous line by L'Oreal, so I'll be using this for my mascara today. Now I'm gonna dust away the powder with my Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark, and I just used a like fluffy tapered brush to do this. I'm not trying to add anything, I just can't do it with my brush being, you know, with nothing on my brush. But I do focus it on this part of my face right here, because it's the only part that I haven't set with powder. So it's really the only part I focus it on. Now comes the fun part, which is highlighting. I've been loving. This is my Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the sun dipped one, like the original one. You guys have seen my, well, if you have seen my review on the like deluxe one, it's not as good as this one at all. This one is so good. Every time I put it on, it's just so good. So I'm gonna use bronzed because it's one of my favorites. I'm gonna dip a little bit of Moonstone in there. I mean, I just love it. It just does exactly what you need it to do, you know what I'm saying? When are we gonna get annoyed with highlight as a beauty community? Because I'm not annoyed yet. I get annoyed when people be like, every time. But I mean, I do the same thing. I can't lie. Can't lie. It's just too good. Ever so slightly. That's it. The key at this point is to make sure that my contour is blended. That is what will give it all away. We're almost finished. We're just gonna move back to the eyes and literally just use whatever's left on the brushes, just so that the eyes don't look blank. Sometimes I like the blank look, but not if I'm going for a full glam look like this one. I'll also add some eyeliner in my lower lash line. This is by Milani what? This is the Milani Liquid Eye eyeliner pencil. I'm gonna add this to my waterline. And finally, we can finish it off with a lip. And then you guys have noticed, but I really like to put foundation on my lip when I'm, well, on my lips, when I'm doing my when I'm doing my makeup, and I think that it just adds a really nice like base. Like Studio Fix is long wearing, and so it's like, it's just a lip primer to me. Another MAC product that I've been loving, y'all know I'm a MAC girl. I feel like I'm really getting back into my MAC days. Like I still use other products, but MAC is still my first love. This is their Retro Matte Liquid Lip Color in Carnivore, whatever. This is like my go-to maroon because I love the applicator, and y'all know that I love maroon. Even my Bitmoji is maroon. If you guys aren't following me on Snapchat, make sure that you do so you can see my Bitmoji. It looks just like me. I love it. I really like this liquid lipstick. I like the color, I like the application, I like the applicator. I like the way that it all of it. I love that stuff, okay? And that basically is it. We're done. Woo!
Hey, look, baby. They playing our song. Hey, look, baby. They playing our song.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, again, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel, and make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at BrelynnBarbie and Brelynn. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Day of Christmas, my baby gave to me a crop jacket with dirty denim jeans. On the 5th day of Christmas, my baby gave to me the one that he wrote for me.